Can you tell us your name, your career title, and your company?
Yeah, my name is Mariana Orocio, and I'm a human resources business partner at Humu Inc., a tech company in Mountain View, California. Education means a lot to me. I think it's opened many opportunities for me, and I truly don't know where I would be without having pursued and achieved my college degree. My parents have been here for almost 30 years. They both came from Mexico, and it was my dad first who came here with his brothers, and my dad would go back to Mexico and see my mom, and eventually my mom also immigrated to the US with my sister, who was 1 year old at the time. And we lived in like this neighborhood in Redwood City with in an apartment with like about 11 people in a very small 1-bedroom apartment. And my parents, mainly my dad, started working in construction with his brothers. And my mom started babysitting. That was her first job here. My high school experience was very different than a lot of the kids I went to school at Hoover with. I think it also was a little bit of a culture shock, seeing the cars that would pull up and at school drop off, and the cars that my friends would get into to go home. And it really kind of shook me when I went to one of my friends' homes after school one day and saw how different they lived. Around my senior year of high school, I started to understand that it was my parents who had gotten me almost through, my entire high school experience, and I was ready to go off to college at that time. It kind of all clicked to me, and it felt like I was so close to that finish line and going to college that it would not have been able to happen if my parents didn't work as hard as they did to get me into a school like that. After graduating high school, I went into a 4-year university. I did my first year of college at UC Santa Cruz, and I think at the time I was more focused on just going to college, and it didn't really matter the logistics. Like, I didn't think about what I was going to study, what my classes would be. It was more so just getting to college, and like that in and of itself was an accomplishment. And choosing UC Santa Cruz really happened because the financial options that I had were so limited that that's the school that would mean that my parents would have to pay very little tuition. I ended up transferring to Santa Clara University, which is where I actually really wanted to go the first time. And I was able to start my second year of college at Santa Clara. I would say my biggest message to first-gen students is we've all come so far. We've all gotten to wherever it is that you are, and it says a lot about your determination to achieve something greater, and to remind yourself of that when it feels so much easier to quit, that you've come a long way already, and there's so much more to achieve still, and you're capable of achieving that.